Hello, today is Saturday, December 17th, 2016. My name is Christy Carr, and I'm the owner and dyer of FiberStash Dye Works. We are a small company here in Vermont, and we sell hand-dyed yarn and fiber. You can find me online on Instagram at FiberStash and on Ravelry, Yarn Girl VT, and our website is fiberstashvt.com. So current events, we just finished all of our Fiber Festival fall shows. Not just finished, it's been a few weeks. We went to Tangerini's Spring Street Farm. We went to Southern Adirondack Fiber Festival. We went to Vermont Sheep and Wool. And we went to the Fiber Festival of New England. That was our first year there. And my brother decided to get married that weekend. The amazing Jen at the Uncreative Crafter podcast covered for us on Saturday so we could go to my brother's wedding. And if you want to follow her on Instagram, it's at Stormcoast. I apologize for the lighting today. I don't know if I said that already, but it's the afternoon here in Vermont. And this is what we get. Upcoming events, we were looking forward to the Slater Mill event in January, and I know that a lot of you guys were looking forward to it as well. I definitely heard a lot of you say that you were going to be there and you were excited to see us. Unfortunately, they changed event coordinators and our paperwork got lost in transition. I apologize. We're not going to be there this year, unfortunately. If you missed us and you want to see us next year, make sure that you contact the new event coordinator, Erica Davis, at edavis@slatermill.org, or you can give her a call, 401-725-8638, extension 106. If you happen to see her around also at the event, make sure you mention that you missed us this year. But we do have some spring events. We'll be in Connecticut at the Connecticut Sheep and Wool, which is in Vernon. It's April 29th, is only one day, so make sure that you mark your calendars and get that day off if you normally work on a Saturday. And then we'll be at the New Hampshire Sheep and Wool Festival in Deerfield, New Hampshire. That's May 13th and 14th. That's a 2-day show. It's a really nice show. There's a lot of vendors. Last year we were outside and it was quite windy, and a lot of our stuff kind of got trashed. A lot of vendors' stuff got trashed, and ours held up fairly well, a little bit better than everyone else's, but we still had some damage, and so we requested to be inside for next year, and we did get in for the 2017 festival. So we're gonna have an inside booth. It's gonna be a double booth space. Come in and bring your knitted goods that you made with my yarn. I love to see what you guys make with my yarn, and come in and say hi. Maybe I can convince Jen to help me out for a bit, but be able to say hi to her at some point that weekend, because she said that she's going to be there. So that's it for festivals, for where we're going to be. So whips. I am joining in the Must Love Yarn knit along for the Sockhead hat. I started it, and I've got the ribbing done. There you go. The lighting kind of stinks in here. It's pretty blown out, but it is a pretty bright color. This is one of my new colors for fall. It's got little specks of a super bright highlighter green and browns and like traffic cone orange, like a neon, little pops of neon. I'm losing my stitches here. as I'm holding on to it. I'm using my Strong Toe sock base, so there's no twinkle or tweed in it. It's just my straight. Let's see, I'm using a size 2 needle, and I didn't go up a size for the hat portion just because I knit loose, so I just added a few extra stitches to get the gauge that I wanted. But so it's coming out. So I got the ribbing done, and then I've got like a little bit of the straight stitch done. So I'll continue to work on that. Hopefully I'll get it done by the end of the year. I have heard from you guys that you want some DK yarn. So I have this superwash merino and nylon DK that I'm testing for you guys, and Jen from the Uncreative Crafter podcast is also testing it for me. She's making a pair of socks to see how well they wear. And I'm not sure what Mandy is making, but I gave Mandy a skein. I think she's going to make a hat out of it. But Mandy from Mandy Pinecone Crafts, she is going to be testing. She's also testing it for me. So I don't want to put out a base that you guys don't like or you don't want. So we are testing it to make sure it's going to hold up and is going to work well for you guys. I am knitting a shawl out of it. That's really blowing it out. But this is the Van Gogh shawl, and this is in Princess Mandy and Osgood Box. So Osgood Box and Princess Mandy were brand new colorways this year. So this pattern is really great. It's got these drop stitches in here, and it's got stockinette in here, and I got this much done. It's only about this wide so far, so it's like a triangle. It starts out real small and then gets bigger. So I'm working on that. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen me working on it while my kids are at basketball practice. Let's see. So I really wanted this sock blank. It's a double knit sock blank, and that lighting kind of sucks, but it's pretty bright and stormy and is really neat, and I want to make a pair of socks out of it for me, and so I'm going to take this apart and start knitting socks. So I haven't started yet, but I wanted to show you guys which one I stole from my stash here. The only other things I've really been working on is trying to make baby blankets and stuff for everyone that's having kids, and I'm trying to use up my stash. I got a ton of yarn that I don't use because I make my own yarn now, so trying to make room in my office and clean up some of this yarn, get rid of it, make projects out of it that I can give away as things arise and I'm not struggling to knit something or crochet something quickly. So this is some, I think it's called I Love This Yarn. You can't even really see it. It's like a burgundy and a pink and a cream, and it's a granny stripe kind of ripple blanket. So I thought that would be good if somebody's having a baby in the future. So I got 3 skeins done out of my stash, and they're big skeins too. They're just acrylic yarn I have had for like probably 7 years. I bought it when I lived in Colorado. We don't even have a store that that sells that in Vermont, I don't even think. So so that's great. That's, an entire blanket's worth of yarn that's no longer sitting over here. Okay, so in the dye pot, so the other thing that I have dyed recently is my New Year's Eve colorway in the worsted base. I had somebody email me and ask me if I had any, and I didn't, and Must Love Yarn was also out of it. So I custom dyed her 2 skeins. They are now currently being spun out, and then I'll dry them and get them reskeined and sent out. Since I was doing a custom order already for it, I dyed 4 extra just in case other people wanted it. I know that Jen at Must Love Yarn is doing a worsted weight shawl. She's actually doing 2, and she bought 6 of my colors in the worsted weight base, and I'm really excited to see how those turn out. And she's such an enabler because I really want to do a worsted weight shawl now. So I'm in the process of looking at patterns and looking at colors and what I have already, and maybe something that I can need to dye up. So you might see a sample of the worsted weight in a shawl at the next show. Who knows? So that's all that I have today. I hope to record again in the next couple of weeks so that you guys can see my progress on the socks and the shawl and the hat. Hopefully I make that hat by the end of the year. We've got a lot of stuff going on right now, but we gotta have goals, right? We have to have goals. So that's it. Have a great couple of weeks, and we'll see you then. Bye.